So it's Wednesday the 10th. We again have been up very early this morning, about 5:30 I think. I got up and made a cup of tea. It was snowing, so I went out and measured with my trusty spatula to see how deep the snow was, and we now have a foot of snow outside, so that's not good news. I've had a look at the weather forecast, and actually we're not due for any more. We were supposed to have a whole day of snow today, so that was starting to be a real worry, but apparently not. So if we don't get any more, that's great. At least when Mark goes out and shovels the snow away, that it's actually going to stay clear, because I think you've done it twice already.
Yeah, I've done it every day so far,
and you know,
it just keeps coming back.
Grows overnight. But the gazebo collapsed yesterday out there just because of the weight of the snow, so that's been drying off in the bathroom, wet room, so that's been a godsend, the wet room. We've got a kitchen out there under a tarpaulin, which we need to have a look at today. We bought a catering kitchen a few months ago now. We thought there's nothing in the house as in a kitchen. The kitchen out there has got a beautiful tile floor and nothing else. There's absolutely nothing, a bare room. We can't even see where the plumbing came into it, so I don't know quite how they used it, but we did think it was prudent to buy something and take it with us, so we actually got hold of a second-hand stainless steel catering kitchen. Somebody had decided to close their cafe for good because of COVID, and we bought it from them. So it felt horrible at the time. I felt really sorry for them, but they were grateful that they had someone to sell it to. So we have that stacked up outside, but it got stacked and never cleaned.
We just don't have time. No,
so we need to uncover that and give it a bit of a scrub before that goes on the lorry. We've had a photograph of the lorry sent through to us, so it's quite likely to be what they're calling a road train, so it's in two parts, a two-part lorry, so they can put the cherry picker and the tractor on one half and then all the boxes on the other. I did a bit of packing yesterday, so all the kitchen's now packed.
Yeah, we can't find anything. You have to go hunting in boxes for knives and forks.
I was doing it so intently, and then came to cook dinner and thought, I haven't got a saucepan, actually. Everything I wanted was in a box.
Looking for plastic bags to put things in, and they've all been packed. So.
Oh, no. I was just so intent of this is going to fit in, 4 boxes. I was so intent that it was going to happen. And, of course, then sealed them up and cooking dinner. I thought, but I haven't got anything. I cooked the veg in a wok last night because I couldn't find the saucepans. So, yes, that was a bit tricky, but I managed to do it. So that's fine. I've got to clean the oven out now. That's the last time we're going to use the oven here, so we need to clean that for them. The fridge is done. The freezer's done. So we're just sort of working through things because we're just very aware we're running out of time now.
Got 2 days to go before the removals turn up. We've still got to get up the allotment to pick up a few items from there. This morning, first thing after we do this, we've got to do our last COVID test, which needs to be sent off to the lab this morning, or once we've done the test.
It goes from a local post box, doesn't it, in the town, so... And then they text it through.
Email your results, and that was our results for travelling on Sunday. Within 72 hours of getting the results. So that's today. I need to clear the snow. If that's the last we had, I need to clear the snow now. So the tractor is sitting there with about a foot of snow on the top of it and the trailer. So that's all going to have to be cleared off. I'm going to have to clear the driveway so they can actually load. I'm going to have to. The yard out here is stacked with stuff with tarpaulins over it, but because the tarpaulins are covered in snow, so that's all going to have to be cleared off and clear the patio area so we can actually move in and out.
The trailer's still full of everything we collected from the allotment last time, and we need to go up again So that needs to come in. I mean, a lot of that is, shovels and we had quite a long discussion about the difference between a shovel and a spade this morning because I have no clue. It's just a flat implement. But all that needs to come into the wet room and be scrubbed of soil because everything's got to be absolutely clean. And we need to get up there. If there's no more snow, we've got a chance of getting to the allotment. I want to at least have a go at bringing my tree fern back here. If we can get it clean of soil and wrap it, then a plant health guy who does the phytosanitation certificates said he'd come and have a look at it and see whether it was good enough to be transported.
We have to see if you can get hold of it first, because no
I
point
know.
bring it back if we can't.
No,
get
that's
hold of
very true. I will ring him today and see whether that's a possibility still for this week or not, whether we have to shelve that idea completely. But one of the other people at the allotment has said they would like to buy the tree fern from me if we don't take it with us. The other plant I wanted to take is one we specifically bought to take over there, which is the wisteria. We bought that in from the patio
Gardens,
yesterday.
didn't we? Oh yeah, we brought it in last night and
Just
had
to
it
defrost it a bit because it had this snow all over it. So you shook it off last night, didn't you? And brought it in so it could defrost a bit through the night. And I'm going to look at that this morning and see whether it's possible to wash all the soil off the roots, because that's the problem with it taking anything to France now, is it has to be clean of soil. So we did actually go out yesterday and picked up a couple of sacks rather of bark. Was it bark? No, it was
pure peat.
Pure peat. It had to be either coconut fibre or pure peat. And I had a ring round the garden centres. Most of them had been closed because of the snow, but one said they go in daily to pick up messages, and because we were quite, stressed about, or I was stressed about getting it, she said, pay for it on the phone, I'll leave it by the gate, you come and collect it when you can. So that's what we did. We did pop out yesterday and picked up the soil and did a little round trip of going to the supermarket.
We went to the post office and posted a couple of items there, didn't we? Then we went to the chemist, picked up your meds. Then we went to Tesco's with the idea of you picking up some soap for me and some poo bags. And you came out with a bag full of stuff and no poo bags and no soap.
The cats have been using a tray, so we've been using dog poo bags to clean out the cat tray. So we're going to have to take some of them with us too, because they're going to have a tray in the car while we're travelling. And considering we're going to be setting off Sunday afternoon, travelling down through the country, we've got to pick up a sewing machine from my friend in London on the way through, which is for doing all the curtains, and drop off some plants and things at my son's in Southampton. Then we're getting on the ferry, so the cats are going to be all afternoon, all evening, all night on the ferry, and then travelling down through France the following morning. So they've got a long time in the car, so obviously we're going to have a tray of grit in there as well. So that's going to be a joy, isn't it?
It's been lovely.
And Molly has taken up residence now in the ultrasound case. I opened the ultrasound case yesterday to treat Mark's arm. We're carrying a few injuries at the moment, so Mark's got sort of like a tennis elbow, sort of repeat stress sort of injury on that. And so I did a bit of work on his arm yesterday and ultrasounded it as well. As soon as the ultrasound was out of the case, the cat jumped in, and she's been there ever since. And Molly's taken up residence in the ultrasound case. And that noise was our time to do our COVID tests. So these are the ones now for us to be able to travel on Sunday. So we will stop now and do that.
Yeah, speak to you again tomorrow.
Okay, cheerio.